Welcome back. We are playing this Superfight.
Superfight, I guess.
Superfight.
Yep.
And I'm
It's
going
not
up
an off-brand
against
Super Smash Brothers.
I'm going up against Wilson.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's-
because winner.
and
will
you
be
get to be
winner.
the judge
Yeah.
this time.
Judge,
So
judge.
I'm gonna take my 3 white cards.
I'm just gonna grab these off the bat here. Oop! I kicked the mic.
Grab me the
Yep.
whenever you're done.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh Jesus.
Yes.
Oh boy. Hey.
I think I got mine. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got mine too.
Yeah.
These are good though.
These are a lot more esoteric than fucking anything with Godzilla.
Oh
in
my
it.
god, they're so hard. The black ones that I have are really hard to choose from now.
I had some decent black ones for this.
I'm
say
interested because this is
I should.
the circumstance that this is going to go down.
I'm just gonna go with my first.
I'm gonna keep these so we can comment on them later. But
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be hilarious.
Okay.
All right. So,
fighters.
Go
fighters.
down. My fighter, King Arthur,
Okay.
With
can call orbital bombardments.
okay.
I like that.
Mine, a poltergeist
Okay.
that regrows body parts at will.
Interesting.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
what's our scenario?
Questions about that in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
I probably do too.
Okay.
so, all fighters are in helicopters.
Whoa!
And on the slope of an erupting volcano
Oh boy.
So we're flying around a volcano
in helicopters.
in a helicopter.
Enter the
So,
Iron Wolf.
my
Holy
question:
shit.
poltergeists usually,
They're possessing a helicopter.
or it's poltergeists. Not all the time they're usually an energy, right? It's not necessarily like a ghost.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, well, or we can just call it a malevolent ghost, but like
Malevolent spirit that can regrow body parts.
under the
That
umbrella term of ghost, I would say. Like,
So,
I would
like-
count poltergeist as part of ghost.
They're
Yep.
definitely
for this reason.
they're definitely
Sure.
to the spiritual. Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, you could say it's a malevolent energy that can regrow body parts. So, in theory, like, you could pretty much be a malevolent energy that's made its own body.
Yeah.
Sure. So he formed a body like Dr.
You could.
Manhattan.
Or it's just
Because you can... Body parts, you know?
He can regrow body parts,
Yeah.
so it makes sense. You're a poltergeist
So,
inhabiting
you're
a human.
Yeah, you're a malevolent energy that can create physical body.
Okay.
or for the simplicity's sake.
I don't know how you
I'm-
want to read it. That's how I'm reading it. I don't know how,
maybe
what do you
like
think it is?
I'm maybe possessing a pilot in a helicopter,
Okay.
or the helicopter itself.
Okay. All right. That can work.
But overall, malevolent energy that can regrow body parts,
Yes.
who's either possessing a helicopter
Helicopter,
pilot
yep.
or the helicopter itself.
Yep. Yep.
This is great.
It
Flying
is.
over the
And usually,
slope
like
of an active volcano.
with poltergeists, it is a lot of actual. It's a lot of
Physical manipulation of objects,
objects.
and
yeah.
then sometimes they talk about possession, but that's just
Yes,
a whole
yeah.
other ballgame.
Yes.
That's just for simplicity's sake.
All right, and then you got King Arthur with orbital bombardments
At any time. On
while
my-
piloting a helicopter.
Yep. So, using the helicopter's comms, I could issue orbital bombardments
Okay.
on the whole situation.
Okay.
And as King Arthur, I would assume I'm like wielding Excalibur, which is like
Assumedly, yes.
I don't know.
a badass sword that can pretty much.
I think all things that are associated with
So if we got
that character is on the board.
Well, he's
Like if it's a main thing that's associated with the motherfucker.
I'd say yeah,
It's
sure.
on the
So then if we're talking about Batman, fully equipped Batman
Yeah.
with all of the shit on him?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no Robin.
No.
No.
Just bad.
But King Arthur, yeah, he has the
The magical sword Excalibur.
sanctity of being Crest the king. So he is a king,
Okay.
and he wields an Excalibur, a magical sword,
Yes.
which I assume could fight off ghosts.
Assumedly.
I'd
It's a holy thing.
quite
It's
possibly.
it's a holy thing,
Quite possibly.
and he was ordained by God
Yes.
to be king.
So it's possible.
Excalibur
It's
came from the
possible.
Lady of the Lake.
So
Yes.
She drew it up out of the lake and presented it to him.
yes,
And she was
She
a
like-
mystical being. She was
And it was
some
to do
kind of
with-
woodland.
and as long as he had it, he could not die.
That's true. It was some kind of imbued with some magical power to help him achieve kingly status.
Well, what King Arthur, like, there's been different King Arthurs with different abilities.
the folklore one.
The classic, yeah.
Like,
the
once the future king one?
The
La Morte de Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
So-
know, was it that when he had Excalibur he couldn't die?
Yeah. Because as soon as he didn't have it, he died.
Maybe that wasn't how
That
it
is-
was in the Once and Future King, because Once and Future King and La Morte de Arthur are two separate
Yeah.
stories of the
Yeah.
same character. So
Yeah,
that's the
'cause
one I'm more familiar with.
The thing, as long as he had Excalibur, like
So we're
he
counting,
couldn't
okay.
die, and then I forget what it was, if he lost it or someone took it, whatever happened, and then he gets killed when he doesn't have it by what's it, Morgan Le Fay's son?
Was
His
Merlin
son?
at all in that story?
Yeah.
So he has the knowledge of Merlin too, teaching him to be king.
But not the magic of Merlin.
He doesn't have the magic, but he's got the magic of the sword.
That's knowledge all. Okay.
He's got knowledge of time and space from whatever Merlin has taught him. So he's got some crazy.
Well, then at the end of the day, it sounds like neither of us are ever going to die.
Well, for taking.
No.
No, I'm just looking at Excalibur.
It's down to the cards.
Yeah,
the
I know.
cards. The heart of the cards.
You can't bring other stuff into this as the judge.
I know. I'm thinking.
You're we didn't look
You're
up Godzilla.
relying-
We didn't look
you're
up
relying
Trolls.
too much
Leave
on the
leave
internet.
Nope.
No, I'm just. This has no bearing on this. I'm just
You're the
reading
judge.
about
It
it.
does. It's
Um,
influencing you.
Does it come down to whose helicopter gets killed first?
Well, what my thinking was, this is just proposing a thing for you to argue. This is not necessarily a decider for me. In theory, since Excalibur is a holy object, could it not then kill a poltergeist?
Sure, but if I stop possessing the body or possessing the helicopter,
And he can regrow.
I mean,
And
I'm
I
saying
just-
like the poltergeist itself. I'm not saying the thing that it's in.
no, and that's what I'm saying too. If I leave whatever I'm possessing and I'm back to just being a spirit or energy,
Yeah.
and I just go like back up in the air, or I just stay away from his range of Excalibur. Can't kill me with it.
It's true.
I would say no, that the Excalibur could kill ghosts.
I would probably at least.
But you have
hurt
to be
it.
you have to be faster than the ghost itself, though.
Yep.
Like the ghost has to not know that you're about to do that to it.
and you also need to be able to like see it
Well, it'd be
and like know how to like fucking stab.
which,
I would call in orbital
you could say-
bombardments directly on top of your helicopter. I know that much.
Yeah.
I would explode the helicopter and any organic life form in the helicopter, plummet that into the volcano,
And then
kamikaze myself at the spirit, like be flying over it or like hesitant that it's gonna blow up, and then whenever you escape your bodily form, I'd do like judgment or like the wrath of heaven on top of you.
But once I'm out of my physical form, I'm out. Like I'm still in the area, but I'm just getting right away.
So you're invisible.
I'm a ghost. I would assume so. If you can not die with your sword and
it's
you
true.
can,
Poltergeists you don't usually see
They're
since
not
they're mainly
physical,
energy. Yeah, they're
or,
not
like,
even,
even-
not like
it's
not
a hard
like
fight.
your
Things
standard
that you can
ghost.
see.
Not like your standard
a hard
ghost
fight. This
that
is a hard
manifests itself as like a physical thing. Poltergeists are just energy that influences other things.
Their sole purpose is to influence other things. They can't do anything out of
No,
it.
they're just malevolent spirits. That's how they interact with the physical world, is by manipulating objects, throwing them across rooms, possessing people, just so that we don't. Or I can possess the fucking
simplicity's
helicopter.
sake.
Yeah, for simplicity's sake, just like that's how they interact with the world.
Then
Yeah.
I don't know if
They also
King Arthur could win if he can't see you, and I'll just say I could get rid of your helicopter right away.
if you yeah.
Your helicopter's down in the
The
volcano.
helicopter thing, I think, makes it harder for you, because if this was a on-foot fight, I would probably say, like, I was possessing somebody. Just because how else am I going to fight you? I'm not going to come and try and possess you yourself.
No, and I have the
I probably
deterrent
wouldn't
of
be.
my Excalibur.
It's a tough part about...
And even without Excalibur, I'd probably say, like, King Arthur's going to have a hell of a hard time being possessed by a ghost, being blessed by God, being a king and the kind of king that he was.
He has no malevolent bone in his body.
Not really like a monarch, but fucking King Arthur.
The thing that's
He's-
tough about being the judge is like having ideas of how things could possibly work, but
Sure.
like
Okay,
not
how
wanting to say
do you
them.
picture the fight? I'm just gonna sit back and how
Yeah.
do you envision this fight going down?
King Arthur
Okay,
and a
in a
dude being
poltergeist.
possessed both in helicopters over a volcano.
All right, and don't forget you can regrow limbs.
Yes, I can. What was yours? You
Just can call it orbital bombardment.
yeah.
So satellite fights.
So that's a tough one.
We start in helicopters.
You start in helicopters, okay?
Over a volcano.
Airwolf theme.
The volcano, okay, right below us, we're fighting. We're dogfighting over
this
an
thing's-
open volcano. So we're like on the
So-
slope, but like we're in helicopter.
My
flight.
idea here is like King Arthur could, quote unquote, bless the bombs.
How?
Well,
with
he's
Excalibur.
ordained by God, and he
He's
can
ordained by
summon
God.
like God's Holy Spirit.
So I'm saying
That's
if he
that's
blessed-
way too
if-
close to magic. You can't just have him point his sword.
He is magic.
King Arthur's magic. He's not real.
King Arthur is magic.
But
It's a
God,
part of the
but
story.
God is magic.
He could be. It's just magic we don't understand.
And he
like
did learn
science.
from Merlin.
So like,
Yeah, but he can't use Merlin's magic.
He's
No.
using his sword.
So he can just point
sword.
his sword at something that's in orbit and be like, okay, you're blessed now.
Well, he's essentially when he was
then
ordained
you're
by
God.
God, he's like essentially he
that's
is God's.
that's where my struggle is.
He's the
is
speaker
fact
for
of-
God. He can like basically.
But that's not
Be-
what he didn't
he's
do that with
untouchable.
Excalibur. He can't in the stories that we're going off of. He didn't just like
He
bless
blessed
Lake,
things.
but he went up to them and physically was like doing shit
That's
either
what I'm
with
saying
the
is-
sword or with his hand.
Is depending on how much foreknowledge he had of it too. Could bless that shit before it went up there.
Bless the orbital bombardments.
See, that's the
If I had foreknowledge that it was King Arthur, I would unpossess whatever I'm in and just be out of the
it's true. It's true.
and then not get hit by
So-
the orbital bombardment. Like we could
No
argue this either way
foreknowledge.
forever and ever.
No foreknowledge. So therefore, Arthur wouldn't even think to bless his bombardments. See, then even because then if he dropped the bombs, like would he know he's fighting a poltergeist?
He has to.
I don't know.
This is how the fight goes.
I would assume so.
So if he knows he's fighting a poltergeist,
He would know to then bless. He would know to be like either
yeah.
putting the Holy Spirit over everything and like blessing the house, or like they do in the actual movie Poltergeist, like doing
Bless
whatever
the
they can,
helicopter.
exercising it
but
or doing whatever.
A priest is physically there at the house. Orbital bombardment that comes from
that's
an
the thing,
orbit.
like
You can't-
with
No, I'm just saying Arthur physically, like
with
not
British
just the orbital
with
stuff.
British
just-
kings and stuff, they are ordained by God. They are his will
Representative,
and
like,
representative.
yeah.
Yeah, so they would be able to do what a priest
And
does.
I'm not arguing that whatsoever. I just think that
It's the tough part.
being on Earth and being in orbit is like too much. Because how many times has that ever happened with a priest or anybody being like, this thing literally hundreds of thousands of miles away, now blessed.
Right, exactly.
They're like,
I'm not going
they're
for the
there,
orbital
they're-
bombardment part, but the fact that he knows he's fighting a poltergeist, Arthur has the knowledge of
so maybe not the
exercising
orbital.
things.
Hold up, maybe not the orbital bombardment, but
The helicopter?
the helicopter and whatever weapons it has.
I can see that.
That's the
But then my tactic is still
and then
uninhabit
and then the
move
question
at
the
whatever
question
fucking-
then would be, would you know that he had blessed those things? Because then if you didn't know and you were say possessing the helicopter
Mm-hmm.
and the helicopter got shot full of holes of blessed bullets, you're fucked. You're dead.
And the orbital bombardments.
But I know it was King Arthur. I know that he's ordained by God, so I would probably assume that it's blessed. If he knows I'm a poltergeist,
Fair.
I know that he's King Arthur.
It's true.
If we're aware of each other, then
It comes down to what
Okay, so
helicopter falls into.
No,
Say,
it's- it
let's
comes
say
down to
then
your choice
helicopters
here, I guess.
helicopters go say
however you want to
they're
judge it.
both aware. Helicopters go down. on the slope of the volcano. So then it becomes a physical fight.
Sure. If that's what you want to do as a judge.
Between you and you.
The Poltergeist?
Yeah.
But then if it comes down to a physical fight,
Because then
like
what
I said,
you
my
could
tactic is
do then
just get out of the reach of Excalibur. Like
True.
just get away from him.
and
Don't let him bless
what would
anything
you
around me
what
or
would you
hit me or-
influence or do to defeat him in that situation?
I can't do anything to defeat him if he can't die.
I have Excalibur.
Besides
That's why I thought it would come down to what helicopter goes in the volcano.
besides
first.
trying to like throw something at him like a rock or a boulder to knock him into the volcano, because
Here's my rationale for this one. On an even like playing field, out of a helicopter, it would be a stalemate. And here's my rationale for this.
The
Yeah.
other cards.
We're supposed to be fighting in a helicopter.
Because you're regrowing them.
So if somebody loses their helicopter, just that side wins. It's like scoring a goal.
Right.
I scored a goal by attacking his helicopter with my orbital bombardments,
Yes.
and then he can live. But I would say we were fighting in helicopters. I still have my helicopter.
But those are just weapons.
I know, but that's the parameter. We're fighting in helicopters. If you don't have your helicopter, you lose.
No, you can't say that. He's the judge, not you.
But that's my rationale. That's what
All
I said.
fighters are in helicopters.
They
That's
are
true.
in helicopters. We also didn't say that whoever leaves the
Right. That's what
underwater
I'm
or
saying.
goes
If
out of the base loses.
because then Tyler's right. Where like if you did crash, and it came down to a physical fight, it would be a stalemate.
Yeah, neither of us would be able to die. So this is where the next cards come in.
Oh.
We pull one more combo,
Oh.
and that is our decider.
Okay. Yes.
They're still there at the fight, but
Forgot about that part.
The Poltergeist and King Arthur have now stalemated.
Yes.
So the other two fighters have to come in from
Yes.
on their team and duke it out.
Okay, so we just choose
I'm
another.
at that
I'd-
point.
I'd
Yeah,
say
I'm at
we-
that point where we have to.
Because I
do that.
totally agree. I think if it was like Final Destination, no items, it'd be a stalemate in the end because I'd be staying away from you and you'd be able to bless things and hit me, but like I
Because
just
you would definitely take out the helicopter,
yeah, one way or the other. I mean,
but the fact that he's still there means he's not defeated, right?
Yeah,
So
I would say
therefore, it would have to be either you still in the helicopter trying to fucking
I'm still in the helicopter. I still have my
nuke a
helicopter.
bitch.
yeah, but these are not conditions for winning the fight. These are flavor of the fight. We
Yeah.
both are just in helicopters. Once that goes on, we're still two immortal beings fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it comes down to our
Okay.
another fighters.
Next cards. Let's do it.
So we have to choose two other ones.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. And I think this is one thing we'll have to clarify as well, but I'm ready.
Sure.
Okay.
You go first. I went
Flip
first
'em.
last time.
Literal teen wolf
Okay.
and shoots lasers out of its ears.
Okay.
France, the country, leading a team of trained velociraptors. So France, the entire country, leading a team of
Okay.
trained
so for
velociraptors.
clarification on both of these white cards, does that mean the literal population of France fighting?
It's gotta be. It has.
I would.
to.
I would. I would
or-
take
or
it.
a
I would
country-
take it in like a war type of way.
Where they are the force behind.
An army. No, like I would. So I would say it would be like the French army, the
It doesn't
French
say
military.
French army. It says France.
Yeah.
The French population.
But that is the offensive arm of France is their military, right? And so it'd be their military plus a team of velociraptors.
Okay.
That's how I take it.
They're military. I would
Okay,
say
well
fine.
then he'd probably win.
It's less people.
Because then my question is this a literal teenage wolf like Lupus the animal?
Yeah.
Or is this literal teen wolf, Michael J. Fox from the movie? Or is this the entirety of the? Can I count the entirety of the movie of Teen Wolf? If he gets all of France,
Literal team.
I'm wondering what the clarification is on this.
Okay, so all right,
MJ, MJF.
okay. So the way it's okay, so the France thing. How to me, France means you're fighting against the power of that country.
Yes.
And what is the offensive and defensive arm of that country but its military, which is less people than if you were fighting the entire population of France.
Yep.
And then plus a team of velociraptors.
Yeah.
Literal Teen Wolf.
I would assume that they mean Michael J. Fox.
Dude, I was assuming when you first said it, what came to my mind was literally like
Teenage Wolf.
Teen Wolf,
But
like
doesn't-
that guy
Oh yeah, that guy.
as a real
Yeah, MJ Fox.
Yeah.
thing, and then shooting lasers out of his ears. So that's where I'm standing on it.
Well then, I'm a werewolf. Can France kill a werewolf? Do they know how to kill a werewolf?
France, they do have.
They definitely would have
they
a
do,
chance.
Well, they do have a steeped lore of werewolves, so they would know.
Okay.
But would the military today know, like, all right, boys, we got to get out there with silver bullets? Because if that's the case, then he wins. Like, what's your judgment here, boss man?
Do we have to be leading the team of velociraptors and not use normal weaponry?
I just say you have that at your disposal.
Yeah, I just think that's an additional
Yeah.
arm of
Okay.
your
Yeah,
thing.
like
Sure.
it's just you have that. And I can also shoot lasers out of my ears. That
That's
doesn't
true.
help me too much, but that is
But
a
it
good
does help.
offensive capability.
So the thing, to even if they don't have silver bullets, they do have velociraptors. And
A team.
my understanding,
And they're trained.
if you take a head off a fucking werewolf, it's dead.
Yeah.
So that's like,
I don't think Michael J. Fox would put up too much of a fight. Like Teen Wolf,
He'd play basketball.
but I think like
he'd be.
what I'm
even
saying
as a
that too.
werewolf.
Where I'm seeing that too is like, I'm not thinking like literally that character, Teen Wolf.
That's what Teen Wolf is.
But I was thinking like if this were to happen in real life, and like a real werewolf teenager.
But it's not. It's literal Teen Wolf. Just like it's
That's true.
actually King Arthur, not somebody who's
That's
the
true. Yeah.
representation of
It's-
him. It's
it's-
these characters. Like
It's the fictional Teen Wolf.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say when it comes down to it, he's gonna win.
Yeah. I'm
Because-
going Tyler on it.
Yeah.
Military
Teen Wolf's not gonna put
plus
up much of a fight.
velociraptors.
And for
well
the
won, sir.
for the
Well
sake
won.
of it, what was the other ones?
That was a toughie, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
that was
it
a
was.
real toughie.
This one not a good fighter. Sandy cheeks, and she has an
Oh, dude, you
enormous
talked-
exposed brain.
Oh,
those
that
are
one did
those
pretty
are
good.
just weaknesses.
And
Some
I have-
shitty karate. And
I have a trapper
okay.
Okay.
armed with a railgun.
Dude, he know how to trap and kill a squirrel like nothing.
You just had fuck, dude. That was a tough.
but
That
that
was a
first
real
one-
tough one.
Yeah,
Let
that
the guys
was-
see King Arthur. That was
That's-
Good.
yeah,
I
that
want to
was
see that battle go down. That would be
if
fun.
anybody's animated.
Because at first when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, I mean, it's the Poltergeist is going to win. And I'm like, wait a minute. Fucking all that magic and God shit. He might be able to take it down. Here's those.
a create your own or something.
Right? Okay.
yeah, possibly.
The blank one.
Well, that was round 2.
And we'll be back with round 3.
Yeah, another fight.
The final round.
Woo!